Hey, this is Brian, aka Uncle B, and today we're going to do something just a little bit different. Normally I'm talking about sexual health issues where we're talking about whether it's ED or FAP, no FAP, what you should eat, your diet, all those things that relate to your sexual health. Well, today we're going to talk about what happens when you hit that level of 8, 9, and 10, when things are working, you don't have a problem here, but who wants to have sex with you? Are you irresistible? That's what we're going to talk about. So if you want to increase the intensity of your relationship, the intensity of her just want to have sex with you, then there are some things that you need to do. Specifically, we're talking about why being irresistible is so important and what it means on the mental side and the physical side. Of course, we're going to talk about the difference between what happens for couples and for single folks at this point. And as a bonus, what I'm going to do is break this down to one single word. Make sure you stay tuned until the end to get that information, but make sure you stay all the way because everything I give you is going to fill it in at the end. And as always, if you like what you hear, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And I want to add in to my subscribers, go ahead and let me know what subjects you would like for me to cover in the comment section below. And right now, what I'm going to do is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. So once again, here's that question. Are you irresistible? And when I'm talking about being irresistible, I'm talking about just that intensity, just basically making her horny, making her want you. It is important for both couples and singles to be irresistible. Being irresistible can keep a relationship hot, or it can make you, you're sleeping with the enemy. A couple's responsibility to each other is to stay and keep each other irresistible. And it just makes a lot of sense because when we're talking about being irresistible, we're also talking about being healthy. The worst thing that can happen is for a couple to become complacent. And let's think about it when you first met. Let's say you had a 4-pack and now she can milk you for beer. It's gone too far. You have to get irresistible. You have to get back to where you were. And let's think about it even a little bit deeper. When you meet, you're a sexy couple. Well, then you're going to become sexy parents. And hopefully you become sexy grandparents. So there's a whole process to this. I mean, the kids are going to leave the house. Thank God. But then what happens when there's no distractions? There are no school events to go to or anything like that. It's just you two in the house. You're either going to be chasing each other around bucket naked, or you're going to be looking for a discount divorce lawyer. Hint, never, ever, ever, ever get a discount divorce lawyer. You're going to pay now or you're going to pay for the rest of your life. So on you. Now let's talk about the single folks out there, because being single while on planet Rona is more difficult. You have to be more irresistible than ever. One, because we're talking about people going around with masks on, so you're seeing less of their face. Also, there are fewer events to go to, and there are fewer people who are there at the events. And of course, people are just more cautious about meeting new people. Even when connecting on a dating app, it's a lot more serious now because you're competing with people you can't see. And also it's just your image and just what you said. So that doesn't make things easier either. So being irresistible now, whenever you go out, is a possibility of meeting somebody. You have to look your best. And here's the best thing, fellas. Being irresistible gets the best of her for you. Now she's looking forward to seeing you. She's going to the gym, doing a little bit extra with the makeup. Guys, we're talking about you're getting steak instead of steakums. She will want to have sex with you, not waiting for you to talk her into it, not on some old baby, please, baby, please. Now you're on to some, what? You don't have any panties on. Oh, you don't have to tell me to pull over. Physical irresistibility is a big part of the equation, but it's not the most important. We'll get to that in a second. So what are we talking about on the physical side? Now, you know, if you're talking about, well, I need to be 6'2", only 3.2% of American men are over that height, or you're saying I have to have a 10% body fat ratio. Now, we're not talking about being perfect. We're talking about being the best version of you. Now, Also, we're talking about being honest. So look in the mirror. Do you look healthy? Do you look sexy? Do you look irresistible? And when I'm talking about the healthy side of things, imagine, can you run up 4 flights of steps to go get your woman out of a burning building and then run back down those 4 flights of steps? Though most people won't term it that way, when women are looking at men, they are looking for security. What can you do to help protect and provide for me? And guys, let's be honest, there is a huge, otherworldly huge difference between being in shape and not being in shape. I've experienced this myself. When I was in high school, I weighed 255 pounds, 35% body fat. In college, freshman year, 185 pounds, 15% body fat. Yeah, your boy was looking good. Huge difference in how women approached me. Because before, they didn't approach me. And then when the weight was lost, everything was looking good, they were starting to come to me. The number one way to change a man's world is by changing his body. And the reason for this is because you can't pay for someone else to do your sit-ups. There are plenty of wealthy men who are sitting there trying to figure out why the pool boy's equipment is in his bedroom. Yeah, that's what happens. And let's keep on going with that physical irresistibility. Personal grooming is important because people do judge a book by its cover. The people who say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover are often just ugly. It is so important for your grooming and your hygiene to be on point. So nephews, wash your ass. It's important. Women do have a better sense of smell. That's why I go with Scentbird. These guys do a subscription-based service where basically they're sending you cologne inside a neat little box here, just twist and spray. It's a great way to figure out what scent works for you. Check them out. We'll have a link in the description box below, but it does work. Women will actually follow a scent the same way that smelling some good food will make you go, where's that coming from? You want that to happen to you. And fellas, how is your wardrobe? How are you looking? Are you wearing clothes from the 90s? Do you have holy underwear and socks? And I'm not talking about the sanctified, righteous, holy. I'm talking about sanctified. You have too many problems with your underwear. It's not a good look. Go ahead and get that changed out. You want to pay attention to what you wear, your fit. It makes a difference when it comes to being irresistible. So guys, how is your accessory game? Do you have a Italian twine? This is a timepiece that comes from Portsmouth, Virginia. These guys do wonderful watches. You want something that lets women know that your time is valuable and you want them to get to work. And also, how is your frame game? How are you looking? And also on the physical side, as I said before, guys, you want to be able to take up space. You want to be able to spread out. It shows that you have a level of confidence, a level of gravitas. That is irresistible to women because of that confidence. Shows sexual energy. It shows that you are in control and in charge. On the opposite end, if you're slumped over, not only does it show a lack of confidence, but more importantly for women, it shows a lack of trustworthiness. They don't know if they can trust you because they don't see your ability to take care of them. And of course, this is on the physical side. This is what they see. Smile for obvious reasons. And because we're dealing with COVID and everybody has a mask on, it's called smizing. That's when you smile with your eyes. So they're saying just this part. Yeah, get your game on with that. And here's a great one. When you have her, she's paying attention, you're looking irresistible. Do not lose eye contact. You want to keep it on with her. If you lose eye contact, she's not sure if you're paying attention to her or not. Keep the eye contact going. And this moves us all the way to the other side, the physical side. She looks at you. Everything is there. You're well put together. Now, what happens? Initiate. It's on you to initiate that conversation. Be a leader in the relationship. Everyone wants to be recognized. You can go into a room and just introduce yourself to everyone first. You will be the star of that room. It just shows your level of confidence. And this is the most important part to the mental game, which is the communications. Women use, on average, 20,000 words a day. Men use, on average, 7,000 words a day. So that's a huge difference. They're basically talking 3 times as much. Being a good listener makes people want to be around you. So what you need to do is find that balance between listening and talking. And when you're listening, ask open-ended questions with what, how, when, and where. Those type of things elicit answers, and any answer gives you an opening for follow-up answers. So you got the conversation going, you're showing that level of confidence, and you're showing that interest in her. And because of today's technology, you need to know how to text like a pro. When you're texting, here's 3 steps to remember. First, you want to reference a memory that you two have. The second piece of texting like a pro is that you want to give a specific time and place where you two will meet. Contacting a person, contact comes from the Latin contactus, basically meaning to touch, reach out and to touch. So you want to turn texting into something physical, give a time and date. The third, of course, is just to have a humorous style, have a humorous tone. Those 3 things together will work perfectly in terms of getting a date set up so you two can hang out. And here's an important one. Do not be a clique of one. You need to have your network. You need to have people around you who have value. Women like being a part of a community. So if you have your own community already set up, it's something that's perfect for her. Even the possibility of just saying, hey, my man, he works at a car shop. He can get that car issue taken care of for you for a lot less money. That is invaluable. That makes you irresistible. Now, of course, there is a lot more I can cover when it comes to being irresistible, and that I will do on Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I go live and we can talk about these issues and I can give you more details. All right, let's hop into that bonus where basically what I'm going to do is take everything I say and put into one complete word, which is control. The meaning of life is control. And let me break that down for you. When you're a baby, you have no control. By the time you're 2, you gain so much control so fast, but you control so little, you actually go out of control. By the time you're 10, you're in enough control that you can stay in the house by yourself. When you're a teenager, well, you're learning control by making mistakes. Then you get into your 20s. Now you have control. By the time you're in your 30s, woo, you have a whole lot of control. And by the time you hit your 40s, you're so tired of control. And then you go into your 50s, you're like, oh my God, am I losing control? And then you hit your 60s and you're trying to keep as many things in control as possible. The point is all about control. And the reason for this is that in order for life to keep going on, you need to be able to control yourself so you can mate with someone and then be able to control the environment so you can raise a child and have them go out, mate with someone and control themselves so they can have a child. This is the whole process of life. And all of it comes down to having sex. The meaning of life is control, back ends to having sex. And in order for that to happen, you need to be irresistible. And let's break down things just a little bit more. Men control environment. Yeah, whether you're digging a hole for the pyramids or you're digging a hole for a launch pad to launch a satellite for our cell phone service. Men, we control the earth to the sky. That's what we do. Women, on the other hand, control humans. The hand that rocks the cradle, yeah, that's real. That's real. I mean, think about it. How does an 80-pound woman make a 250-pound man do whatever she wants to? Yeah, that's how this works. So control is irresistible. The more you're able to control yourself, control your grooming, your ability to handle other people, your ability to take care of the environment creates the area that allows for a woman to feel safe and want to have sex with you. That is where irresistibility comes from, your ability to control yourself and the things that are around you. So in conclusion, being irresistible means the difference between being in a relationship that is hot or sleeping with the enemy. Being irresistible gets you the best out of her. There is a huge difference between being in shape and not being in shape. Mental irresistibility is all about communications. And of course, that bonus, what is irresistible? That control. So the question of the day, what makes you irresistible? What are the qualities about you that you know works and can work for some other guys? Please share that in the section below. And of course, make sure to check me out on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'll be able to talk about these subjects and answer those questions. And I want to give a quick shout out to my man Damon, Juan, Jarius, Soul Freak, Hollis, and Keith, who are always on the show. Appreciate you guys. And as always, if you like what you heard, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And this is Uncle B saying, get your game up. Peace out.